What's up everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Unite with Food and Play. So, today's dish is the Mediterranean dual quinoa salad. The Middle East and the Mediterranean region overlap and share a lot of the same cooking styles, dishes and ingredients. So I thought it'd be a good idea to share this dish with you. So this is a spice style salad. It's a fantastic side dish, usually combined with chicken or lamb. Or you can enjoy it as a main for a healthy vegetarian lunch. So I'm going to quickly run you by all the utensils and ingredients you're going to need. Let's crack on. So we're going to be using the oven. Get yourself a saucepan or perhaps a frying pan. You might not need yet, but keep it on the side anyway. So big baking tray with greaseproof paper, a little grater because we're going to be using that for the orange zest. A big mixing bowl, could be a big giant salad mixing bowl, you know, that kind of size. Just mix all the vegetables up. Some ground coriander, some paprika, turmeric, cumin powder, some lemon juice. And then for the veg we're going to need pepper, courgette, aubergine, a red onion, and of course don't forget your orange. So the first step is, because this won't take too long to prepare, we're just going to preheat our oven, like so. So our oven's preheated to 170 degrees. We're going to give that a good, depending on how good your cooker is, about between 10-15 minutes to warm up. So this next step shouldn't take too long. So we're just going to prepare all the vegetables, chop them, up to about 2 centimetre in size, not too small because we want it to like sort of mix, look a little bit better when we add it to all the quinoa and of course the dressing. So yeah. Just going to make a start chopping up the courgettes and the aubergines. If you want to, you could sort of, take them sort of that size and then, cut them into quarters, like so. Or you can cut them nice and thin, almost like a cucumber kind of style. It's entirely up to you. So you can do it exactly however you want it. So let's just personalise it. And obviously the aubergine. Same again, do we want to cut nice thin slices or do we want to cut chunks? So what I'm going to do, so I've already cut chunks with the courgette. I might cut, just to make it look a little bit different, I'm going to cut it nice and thin with the aubergine, like I said, like a cucumber kind of style. Let's try and get a little bit creative. So the onions. So I've got my one red onion, guys. Just going to peel it. Right, how should we cut this onion? Should we cut it into chunks? Should we try and keep the onion quite big to hold some flavour? Let's go. Just like so, I think. So I've kept my onion relatively big because we are going to put these into the oven, like I said. So obviously you will need your oven dish with some grease paper, and then obviously with the pepper, we're going to try and aim, anywhere from like 2 to 3 centimetre pieces. Like so. So yeah, any way you want to, guys. If you want to make the veg look a bit presentable, or like I said, if you want to try and change it up into like thick quarters, or thin pieces like the aubergine, give it a try. So cut all the veg up and get them into one of these mixing bowls. Okay, so you should end up with something like this, guys. Nice and colourful. Look at all that nutrition inside there. So we've got our peppers, our red onion, our courgette, our aubergine. So however you want to. Different sizes, like I was telling you, thin slices, quarters, whichever you like. Just remember, different sizes will cook at different temperatures and different rates. So that's something to bear in mind. Now we're going to add in the seasoning. So we're going to start with 2 teaspoons of paprika. I always say that wrong. Sprinkle all that around. 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Like so. 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric. Good for you, this stuff is. I think they do like turmeric supplements and stuff now, don't they? In like the Holland and Barrett. Yeah. Wonderful. And then 1 teaspoon of ground coriander. Like so. Now 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now I was going to give that a really good mix. All the vegetables, seasoning. So put all the vegetables in a large mixing bowl, add all the seasonings, like so. Add the spices, the olive oil, and then season and mix really well before we go on to the next step. Look at that. Looks amazing. Quite excited about this dish. I've never done one like this before. But obviously it's super healthy. So spend between 3 to 5 minutes, guys, mixing all the herbs, the veg, the olive oil. Try and get it even as possible. So the next step, guys, is spread out the vegetables in a large baking tray. And then we're going to roast these for about 30 minutes until it's slightly soft or golden. So I've got my brown grease-proof paper. As you can see, I've put some gloves on. If you're quite funny about getting it between your nails and stuff, then put yourself some gloves on. So, tell you what, I can't wait for this, guys. It looks amazing. So, spread all the vegetables nice and evenly on the baking tray. Give everything a chance, an equal chance to cook at the same rate. Just like so. So you should have a bit of a cocktail or fruit salad kind of in front of you at this minute. Nice and colourful, a bit like a rainbow. Of all like different shapes, sizes. If you want to put some extra olive oil on, or if you feel your vegetables are not seasoned enough, then now would be the chance. Anything that would probably help crystallise the veg. I know when some people are doing roast potatoes and stuff, they use special butters and then stuff that caramelise on top. Perhaps you might want like a sweet finish to it. You could use some brown sugar or something, just a little bit, just a little sprinkle, just to give it that little bit of edge. But just like so, look at that, looks fantastic, amazing. And then we're just going to pop this in the oven for 30 minutes until it's turned golden or turned a little bit more soft. See, it's on the other side. Okay, so this is the easy stage. Should only take you about 3 minutes. So, 40 ml of boiling water. Just going to turn our hob up to medium heat. I'm just going to squeeze all the contents. Like so. I'm just going to warm up every last little bit of, well, quinoa particles. A lot of people do these in the microwave, you know, for like 2 minutes. There's no point, you know, for the sake of extra 2-3 minutes, you may as well just warm them up on the hob, and you've got a bit more of a movement. You know, none of the ingredients are sticking together, none of it's burnt in the corner of the packet, and also, you know, it's your chance to add a little bit of something in, you know, which you can't do in the microwave without stopping and starting. So I'm going to add just we'll say half a teaspoon of some chili powder, because I want to put a little bit of a kick in my quinoa. So I'm just going to guess about half a teaspoon. Wonderful. Just going to give that a stir around. We're just going to add 2 pinches of salt, 1, 2, wonderful. Throw the rest in the sink like I did. So yeah, just going to give that a quick mix around. Avoid the microwave, guys. What's the point? You know, add a little something in. If it's in the hob, add a little something inside, maybe make it a little bit more tasty. Like so. For the sake of extra 2 minutes, it'll be a lot more satisfying. So now we're going to make the dressing. What you'll need is a hand grater, a bowl of some sort, or I'm using a little glass measuring jug, some lemon juice, an orange, and 60 ml of olive oil. So we're going to start by adding in the 60 ml of olive oil, like so. 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're just going to take half an orange and just zest about half of the orange, dead simple. And now we're going to take out the Mediterranean roasted veg. Oh, look at that. Looks amazing. Looks like a pizza from here, but it's not a pizza, it's vegetables. So, now it's just a case of putting together in a bowl the dressing, the vegetables, and our quinoa. So, I've got myself a nice sized, well, kind of flat bowl. It's pretty big. Wonderful. Look at that. So we gave our quinoa a bit of a lift. We didn't bother doing it in the microwave because that's boring. Okay, so now select which veg you would like. Bit of a mixture. If you want to let it cool down a little bit, that's fine. You could mix all this together. So once it's in your bowl, you could mix it all together if you want like a bit of a all-round balanced kind of taste. I think I need to get a little bit more courgette on there. I've got a lot of courgette. Oh, and some red pepper, don't forget that. Wonderful. Now we're going to get our citrusy dressing which we created. So it should look something like this at the minute.
just going to top that with a little stir. Just going to give that a little, just like so. Look at that. It smells phenomenal. It smells lovely. Now, let's go in with some, pomegranate seeds towards the end. Just to give it that little bit more of a, a refresh. Wonderful. And then we're just gonna sprinkle over some ground coriander. Not too much, just a little bit. Look at that. Phenomenal. Fantastic. Just put a little bit more dressing on. Finish it off. And there we are, guys. The jeweled Mediterranean salad. Or should we say, the jeweled Mediterranean vegetarian salad.